Thank you for joining the session today. In this session, we'll be discussing how leveraging Actian's Customer 360 Analytics solution is enabling organizations to deliver differentiated customer experiences. We'll take a look at the state and challenge faced by customer analytics projects today. We'll share how Actian is making it simpler for companies and groups within their organizations to get real results. And we'll focus on how Actian is enabling customer success and sales marketing teams to optimize revenue and the customer experience. And we'll show how Actian Avalanche is doing this in action. So as we all know, COVID has upended customer loyalty in the buyer's journey. As we're all aware, COVID has had a dramatic effect on transforming the customer digital experience, making it harder to maintain both maintain and gain new customers, impacting customer loyalty and disrupting the buyer's journey. In a recent survey by McKinsey, they found that during the pandemic, more than 75% of consumers had tried different brands or different ways of shopping. And more than 84% have used digital channels, much more so than they did before the pandemic. With the expansion of mobile apps and digital payment systems, this is just going to continue to increase. We've also said a 40% increase in online goods purchasing. And this is going to continue well beyond the pandemic, which means getting the right insights at the right time is even now more crucial to both acquiring new customers, maintaining good customer relationships, and growing your customer base. In fact, every organization is on a customer journey to improve the customer experience. Every organization is heading down that path. In a recent study, 92% of companies put customer centricity as a high priority. And fundamentally, Customer 360 is technology, people, processes, and companies used to identify, develop, cultivate, and maintain good customer relationships and to grow your company revenue, with the objective of knowing your customer better so you can service them better and build products that can delight them. But at the same time, over 60% of these projects fail to meet expectations due to the challenges around both this increase in customer interactions, which become more and more complex, the challenges in aggregating all of this complex data that these new data sources are combining. Often an over-reliance on CRM makes it difficult to get a full picture of the customer. It also introduces potential costs that may limit the flexibility of what you need to do to manage your overall data infrastructure. And finally, the challenge around how you connect this brick and mortar journey to your new digital journey. In the face of all these challenges, Actian is helping customers to achieve real results and insights. Let me share a couple of examples. Actian is helping companies to achieve these industry results across different industries with their customer analytics projects. For example, working with medium-sized technology company, where we're able to improve targeting, helping optimize revenue. With a large investment in their MarTech stack, they still struggled with data consistency and correlating insights. With Avalanche, they were able to achieve improving their customer fit by more than 300%. And they were able to reduce the spend across all of their MarTech platforms by more than 25%, offloading a lot of the storage onto less expensive storage platforms, all while reducing costs and dependencies on external contractors and improving overall ROI. Also working with retailers, Actian has extensive experience working with them as well. Retailers like Kiabi, Actian was able to help them better predict buyer behavior. Kiabi had little visibility into the markdown sources or campaigns, which made it difficult for them to target the right message at the right time, to effectively predict when to drop markdowns and target key customer segments. With Actian, they were able to aggregate all the data sources they had, over 20 million customers. They're able to apply predictive insights, establishing a more effective markdown strategy, and then gain those real-time insights over more than 20 million customers. In addition, we work with global payments companies that help them more effectively segment high-value customers. They were struggling with prioritizing account-based marketing efforts and driving segments from complex data sets. With Actian, they were able to combine and link data across 100 different data sources, segment their highest value customers, leverage past campaign insights and improve tactics, overall shortening the revenue cycle, relying on key real-time insights. Each of these customers had the same fundamental challenge: getting control and unifying their data. The centerpiece of any successful customer experience is obviously the mastery of their data. And a great place to start is to be able to connect all those data sources together. But getting a complete picture of your customer data is really critical. Beginning with anonymous data sources, such as website visits, social and mobile engagements, personal identifiable protected data. Bringing that together, organizations can start to develop broad behavioral trends that can start to provide them more insights on their broad customer behaviors. However, the next level becomes critical, which is capturing that next level of customer data. Identifiable purchase behaviors, identifiable preferences, downloads, contact information, to get a complete view of your marketing customer data. As a result, being able to develop campaigns and begin to create targeted promotions more effectively. But simply having a picture of the marketing data is no longer enough to gain insights necessary to meet customer demands and competitors in today's demand for increasingly personalized experiences. This means incorporating an even broader set of data sources, new channels, and applications. A complete customer data picture extends beyond traditional marketing data to include omni-channel data sources around custom applications, social and mobile, and combining that again with additional enterprise data sources, such as transactional data, customer support and success, product usage data. With that and your transactional data, you can start to build a complete data picture of your customer. Well, and customer analytics really touches every part of the organization. Once you have your data mapped, that same customer data is leveraged across each of the different groups to be able to improve their overall customer experience. Each group often has an independent set of systems, independent customer profiles. So the challenge around bringing all that together, unifying that data, is a key aspect of being able to leverage and create a compelling customer experience. This includes customer success teams who are really focused on optimizing the customer success and support experience with the goal of creating increased customer loyalty and long-term value and incremental revenue. Key for them is bringing together KPIs around CSAT, Net Promoter Score, case-to-time resolution, helping to ensure that customers' issues are resolved quickly, that they have the ability to understand their preferences and their success, and be able to continue to evolve their support organization. What this means, though, is there's a lot of different systems that they bring together to do that, whether it be CSAT tools that are focused on measuring, reaching out to customers to get their impressions, or whether they're using internal systems like CRM. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later, and then how that connects back to products. Product teams are also leveraging that same data around customers. Their focus is a little different. Their focus is around how do you delight customers with compelling products. But at the same time, they're leveraging that customer data and the analytics to prioritize capabilities. This is even more important than ever in SaaS-delivered applications and even mobile applications today. Product and feature usage tracking and understanding the customer personas in depth help create a better customer experience. Having the analytics platform to bring together those different data sources and to be able to do that analytics in real time is critical when trying to decide how to leverage things such as new cross-sell opportunities or to provide new features that can help fill the gap where customers might be stumbling and provide new opportunities for revenue. Sales and marketing teams, again, are using that same customer profile data, the ability to focus for them on revenue optimization with the goal to drive new customer acquisition and conversion and manage and monitor the customer marketing and sales journey. Their focus has a different set of KPIs, connecting yet another set of systems, some common, some different, focusing on key KPIs such as leads, MQLs, ROI. All these pieces together, each part of the organization shares this customer data in order to create a real compelling customer experience. That means connecting a lot of different systems, which are often today siloed and often more challenging to bring in third-party data to validate some of the internal data. Actian is really working on how we can simplify this whole experience around a customer analytics data journey by providing data analytics and integration and management in one. Actian Avalanche enables companies to create a customer data analytics hub in the cloud, which combines a high-performance hybrid cloud data warehouse and data integration into a single SaaS offering. You can leverage the built-in integration as opposed to third-party tools to do your data ingestion. Drag and drop capability makes it easy for organizations and citizen integrators to bring data together to augment and work quickly outside of the bounds of what IT has the capacity to execute. From creating customer profiles, micro-segmentation, churn analysis, market basket analysis, and even campaign optimization, Avalanche enables you to support the customer 360 real-time analytics journey, enabling you to access and enrich your data, analyze, and act across all your customer 360 use cases. Let's walk through a quick example. When you're looking to optimize your campaign outcomes, it's critical to be able to bring your data together across the different data flows, apply analytics, and be able to effectively optimize campaign outcomes. Start with collecting data across different sources to identify your ideal customer profile. Joining data sets across a variety of sources, including CRM, mobile, social sources, marketing automation, and customer support systems. Validating and enriching that data with external data sources to ensure data quality and correctness, and to leverage industry data to be able to better prepare for segmentation of that data. Leveraging sources such as discover.org, ZoomInfo, and many other industry data sources to ensure the data that you're getting in is integrated and is of high quality. Also, you need the opportunity to start to, once you have that data, to be able to micro-segment. Combine that with industry data and segment that data better along targeting with historical purchase data and combining that with cohort data. All of this allows you to optimize your campaigns to derive increased revenue while managing and minimizing campaign costs. Avalanche as a platform really delivers on the business value that customers are expecting. It has unmatched performance, really designed to deliver high performance of large numbers of concurrent users at scale. Leveraging vector processing as a core technology to enable that means that you're getting real-time results back, which becomes even more critical given today's real-time needs for deeper personalization, as we discussed. It's offering a superior TCO with upfront savings or predictable cost, optimized for price performance, often being less than 50% of the cost of something like Snowflake. Hybrid deployment built in, the same technology can be deployed on-premise or in the cloud. Your choice of cloud provider, whether it be AWS, Azure, or Google. As we mentioned before, has built-in native integration, so you can avoid the cost of bringing in new integration tools. At the same time, providing visual drag and drop ETL with cloud and REST-based services to enable citizen integrators to rapidly bring together data and be able to gain insights very quickly. Combined with advanced analytics, you end up with a single platform for business operation analysts, data engineers, and data scientists to get a better view of your overall customer data. So we'll take a quick look at how Actian is having an impact for customer success teams. Customer success is at the center of an optimized experience. Leveraging analytics to deliver improved support and success has a direct impact on the bottom line. 86% of customers have said they will pay more for a better service experience. 32% will walk away with a single bad experience. Ensuring that you're engaged with your customers, have a way to manage those experiences can have a big upside for an organization. Many organizations and customers have identified good and customer service and support as the most important factor in buying new products. So as you look toward your analytics, looking at customer analytics for customer success becomes critical. But they face a number of challenges on the customer success side. These include having to balance both customer expectations and a CS's team ability to meet them. And it's not that easy. Customers are expecting real-time personalized interactions, requiring rapid personalized onboarding. Where customers are demanding omni-channel engagement, more than 77% of brands struggle to adopt new channels and integrate these new data sources, as detailed in a recent Forrester CS study of CS leaders. Customers expect the brands to connect internally to solve their issues with minimal participation. However, service and support organizations often struggle just to connect internally. With incomplete and siloed data, CS organizations also struggle to meet this idea around rapid response times to customer demand. Key requirements of having an analytics platform mean you need to have an analytics platform that can derive real-time insights and be able to connect this data easily. For CS organizations, these challenges are all the same, all tasked with both maximizing customer value, but at the same time reducing customer costs. So I mentioned connecting and analyzing the data across systems and sources is really essential for CS in order to get the right level of insights. Getting actionable customer data insight to improve the customer experience requires customer success teams to pull data from systems across an organization. This is not just around the case management and these customer service management, but also across sales management, operations, and ERP systems to combine with that customer service management systems and data required. In addition, in order to monitor and manage the customer experience and get feedback from customers, many customer success teams leverage outside tools to collect data around CSAT data and NPS scores. That data needs to be then incorporated into their overall data set to be able to understand how customers are receiving their customer experience. Increasingly, they need to have this data to analyze it in real time, to have a real impact on managing CS ROI and driving incremental revenue. One of the opportunities that it offers is the ability also to connect data between the product level data and the customer experience data. So understanding what cases are being processed and being effective in ensuring that customers understand what features they can leverage of the product to both address their challenges as well as potential opportunities for upsell. All this is to enable a proactive monitoring and analysis of key CS API KPIs along the customer journey to get a complete view of how a customer is interacting and how they're experiencing. So from customer satisfaction to community engagement, understanding the operational efficiency and how quickly cases are closed, understanding education and how well the education is meeting the needs of customers, understanding opportunities for revenue addition, and leveraging self-service capabilities to drive deflections to reduce overall case rates. This all helps them to bring together a better customer experience for their customers. What teams have been able to do is to really move from a reactive to more of a proactive approach. So today, with leveraging Actian Avalanche, CS leaders can gain the key insights needed to optimize and deliver proactive customer care, to ensure responsiveness to customer demands through identifying opportunities for self-service options and monitor adoption, optimizing the backlog and first contact resolution. Drive revenue addition through monitoring of product usage, guiding customers to get the most out of their products while identifying upsell and cross-sell opportunities. Customer service is not the only group, as we discussed earlier, where customer analytics are critical to be able to enable business outcomes. Let me pass the ball to Ryan, who will share how Actian's internal marketing and sales teams are leveraging Actian Avalanche to drive revenue optimization. Ryan?
Thanks, Scott. And I'm looking forward to giving a demonstration to everybody here today on how Actian is using the Avalanche technology to improve our customer operations and marketing operations inside of Actian. What you're seeing on this slide is there's many data sources that customers can't take advantage of. And what I mean by that is all this data sits in different silos that teams can't actually see because they don't have access. They don't have the ability to actually query the data. So it sits in each of these silos. And what happens instead is, as the teams need to get access to this data, it leads to a lot of resource drain because of all the manual work involved, such as Excel spreadsheets and other manual tasks. What we're here to talk about today is how can we replace all that manual work across hundreds of data sources and systems and replace it with automation. And that's exactly what we've been able to do inside of Actian. And instead of showing you a generic slide, let me show you the details. So in this slide, this is actually Actian's environment, where we're going to show you an anonymized demo in a moment. But what we're able to do is to really manage the data across more than 20 data sources. I'm showing you a few examples here across Drift Chat, Salesforce, Marketo, as well as external data sources such as ZoomInfo. Well over 10 to 15 data sources I'll show you in the demo today. But the issue that we had was, despite this data being inside the CRM or being in the marketing platform, we really couldn't get a 360 view of our customers. And that's the problem that we were able to solve. And Actian actually has been using our own solution, Actian Avalanche, for over 2 years. It took us about a month to put this into production. But what this enabled us to do is to finally get that unified view of our customer base, better customer segmentation, and being able to provide a better experience, as Scott described. So this is the quick demo I'm going to show you today. So we'll be going through the Actian revenue optimization demonstration. What you see from left to right here, I just want to give you a quick orientation before we go into our demo. What we're going to talk about is how we can help marketing and revenue leaders acquire more customers, retain those customers, and expand and grow those customers. And the most important part, starting at the left-hand side, is unifying customer data, enabling the cleaning of the CRM and marketing platforms and tech stacks, and then creating those customer profiles. And what I'm going to show you in this demo is, in 30 days or less, you can actually see some very quick insights and improve your operation with the Avalanche Customer Data Analytics Hub. So bear with me as I open up our demonstration environment. Okay, the revenue optimization demo has kicked off. The hard part of the unified customer analytics is happening behind the scenes, and that is what Avalanche is doing. The summary dashboards that you're seeing are an example of Microsoft Power BI visualizations, but Avalanche can plug in and work with your preferred BI visualization tools as well. So what is Avalanche doing? It's bringing all the data together with our Avalanche Connect technology, unifying the hundreds of data sources your teams don't see and is siloed today. It also removes all that manual work that your teams may be attempting with small data sources. So imagine if this was your data unified on the first day, what would you see? So let me change to my demo screen on the other side here. What we're going to show you is that in this example, we're pulling in billions of rows of data across different accounts, different activities, different systems. And what you can see, I'm going to show you this first insight, which is 91.5% of customers have zero outreach. So what does that mean? But that's probably not a good thing if that's your target accounts. So how would you know that if you didn't pull it all together and take a holistic view? So as a leader, this is a good example of how you can get quick insights. But let's dive in a little bit more before I dig into some of the drill down we can do. But across this dashboard, you see engagement by persona. So are your key personas engaging? You see third-party intent data. This is anonymized. Everything here is anonymized, but which technologies are your customers interested in? And on the right-hand side at the bottom, is our messaging hitting the point with those personas? So if I come into the slicer panel, what you can see here is we can now drill down and say, look, I'd like to now look at a specific persona. We've been running initiatives against this marketing persona, the 360 persona. How is that going? And you can see across the billions of rows of customer data, it shows you that 8.23% of these customer persona targets have 0% outreach over the course of the last year and a half. Now, if we drill down the last few months, that reduces to 2%. This was just a really quick example, but imagine if this was your data and what this could do for you. We'll now go to a second demo, which is very powerful. This is the outreach analytics powered by Avalanche. So again, all that hard work behind the scenes is Avalanche connecting the sources. In this case, we have Marketo and we have SalesLoft, two different communication tools that don't talk to each other and cannot be fully integrated to get these types of analytics. Very simple example, but if you're a marketing leader or a revenue leader, how do you get the insights that you need quickly within those systems or within Salesforce? It's just not there. So this example of outreach analytics, I'm going to drill into this little click button that shows me now activity as a result of these outbound blue bars that are going up. Those are actually external digital communications going to our customers from Marketo, from the SalesLoft outreach platform. And what you're seeing is these brown bars are the ones that are having a positive result as far as qualified leads. The salmon color is the demos and the discovery meetings resulting from that in dark gray. And what we can do, and the most important part, is we can come in and see what was causing this action. So if we actually spent a lot of our digital outbound on videos or brochures or something specific, we want to know if it's working. In this case, we can see that on this specific date, it was a Google guest blog that was written that generated a lot of meetings across these personas. I can also dig in and see at the same day what the sales team was doing across the same activity. And what we're seeing here is very specific messaging across these personas. So what can we do at a visual level? We can quickly come in and see what's working, what's not, and where the investments can be improved. We can export this data or create a real-time job to move the data with Avalanche Connect to a source that you need. Everything's possible, but the first thing is as a leader, you have to be able to see if everything's working, and this is a great example of how to do that. I'll do one last demo. Something that we hear a lot about from our prospects and customers is really wanting to understand that customer journey, that prospect journey. What I'm going to show you in this demo real quick is how do you assess which one of your customers and prospects are having an ideal journey or those that need improvement. Again, lots of data sources coming together, and this is something that you cannot do inside a CRM or inside a marketing platform. But what you're seeing is multiple channels, and now I want to drill in at a macro level in my first example, my macro level example. I want to see if our investment in Drift Chat. Drift Chat is a communication tool that you can put onto your web sites, your key web assets, to engage your customers, to engage your prospects. And what you can do with this quick analysis is I'm now drilling down to see all the companies, again, they're anonymized, but all the companies that are actually engaging. And again, within a couple of seconds, what I'm able to do now is to export this or create an automation so that we can take action. Maybe you want to run a program to those that are chatting, or maybe you want to find out those that are not engaging on the chat platform and reach out to them and ask them why not. And again, all in a single pane of glass, you can come in and see who's been qualified as a lead, who's had a discovery call, and these are all quick drill-ins that if you're trying to use a canned report inside of Salesforce or a canned report inside one of these separate systems, you're not seeing the complete view. Let me give you an example of how powerful this is. You want to go to an account and have a meeting to add more value to the client and have upsell, cross-sell. I'm going to dig into an anonymized account real quick. And I'm going to show you a quick example of something you can do with the Avalanche Customer Data Analytics Hub that you can't do in any single system without it. So in this example, I am actually sharing with you a anonymized account, 66190, and I've sorted it by people and by title and by name who've taken a meeting with us, and I have these 2 people. Clearly not enough. This is a key account for us, and we want to widen our footprint. I can very easily go see who I might want to be referred to. So I'm going to sort really quickly by those who have engaged in their opening communications, and I can see a list of 10 people that I need to get introduced to. I can see this is a healthcare use case, and what I'm going to do is reach out to the folks I've taken the meeting with and ask to be introduced to these 10 people. I hope you enjoyed this demo. Just a quick example of what you can use Avalanche for. Imagine your data unified and analyzed within milliseconds so that you can take the right actions. Well, I appreciate your time today. I'm now going to pass it back to Scott Clinton, who's going to show you a lot more under the hood of how we do it as Avalanche. Over to you, Scott.
Thanks, Ryan. And just to recap, Actian's team was able to consolidate data from over 100 different data sources. They're able to inspect and clean the data in our Salesforce CRM platform, dramatically improving quality around our data insights and our data for our customers. By moving to Avalanche, the team was able to cut the query time for Salesforce Lightning queries by 75%, leveraging Avalanche's real-time customer data warehouse performance, which means for faster reporting, faster insights, enabling you to tune the revenue optimization strategy in real time, all while cutting costs and reducing the dependency on IT and third-party consultants. At Actian, we've built detailed reference architectures to make it easier for you to connect up the different data sources that we support, with over 200 different connectors and our tools to provide access to any REST-based service that gets published. So connecting with any SaaS application, any custom data application makes it easy. These reference architectures are based on real-world deployments. That means that you can leverage that expertise to be able to rapidly get yourself up and running quickly with Actian and with Avalanche. What Avalanche does is it helps compress customer 360 timelines. It really simplifies and accelerates the customer 360 journey, helping you to optimize revenue, predict better buying behaviors, segment value, high-value customers, and optimize the customer experience. Avalanche enables you to aggregate and act on data day one with that built-in integration capabilities in Cloud Data Warehouse. You can get those real-time data insights by connecting across those silos using the drag-and-drop capabilities of the platform. That high-performance engine means you can get your real-time reports and insights in real time. And you can overall reduce the dependency on IT with a self-service, fully managed data platform, all avoiding your customer data and cloud lock-in while being able to choose the platform of choice, whether it be AWS, Azure, or Google. To find out more information about Customer 360 solution and journey, you can download the Customer 360 ebook, visit our Customer 360 solutions page, also schedule a demo around Customer 360, or ask for an assessment. Be happy to sit down and work with you to look at your data structure and help you define your strategy and your roadmap for your Customer 360 journey. Thank you very much, and hope you enjoy the rest of this conference.